Descendant, confirm arrival of the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
Descendant, we've confirmed a large-scale Vulgus transfer. Attack their deployment point. The transport has dropped a wide-ranged shaping charge on the ground. We need it to purify the void energy. Prime the detonator with your RK, then hit the detonation device.
Descendant, we're detecting RK life signs inside a Vulgus structure. Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
Magisters are probably humanity's real home, don't you think?
Have you completed preparations? The space-time fabric of the void is extremely illogical.
Descendant. I was able to extrapolate some interesting information using the data from Operation Sigma Sector. I do not believe the purpose of the Oblivions was to occupy Ingress. If it was, there was no reason to keep such a powerful force in Sigma Sector. This could have a lot of implications, Descendant. Perhaps Karel was not only after the Ironhearts in Ingress. Perhaps he desired Arche as well. And our troubles do not end there. In the midst of this chaos, the Vulgus have their sights set on the Axian Plains. The Axian Plains is the most dimensionally unstable place in Ingress. The Vulgus even created a dedicated force to invade it, which means the Axian Plains must be of great strategic value to them. What do they hope to gain from occupying the Axian Plains? So many questions. We should tackle them one at a time, starting with those that concern the Vulgus. If Gley will allow it, I need to explore the memories of her daughter Dia through Arche synchronization. Dia was an Oblivion commander, so she must have received orders directly from Karel. We need to find out what they were, and quickly. Descendant. Descendant. I remember the moment we first met. This place is the same as where we met then. subconscious space formed by RK. It was created based on the moment when RK activity was at its peak in Daya's memories. Follow my voice. I need your RK to analyze her memories. Look over there, Descendant. A memory that has been molded into a physical form. It has been made unerasable, no matter how hard she tries to forget it. It appears to have been created by coercive commands or brainwashing. We should investigate. This is a bulbous structure. Daya recognizes this place as a ship. She must have come to this place many times to have this information embedded in this way. Yes, this is a memory that was imprinted on Daya as an obliviant. The Vulgus ship that she boarded as a commander. Does this mean... Corral. Descendant, it is Corral. We must hurry. I told you this memory was forced into this shape, didn't I? Daya does not wish to remember this moment any longer. If we miss this opportunity, we may never see it again.
Corel, connection has been established with Cliphoff. However, the dimensional gap left behind by the destruction of the Ironheart will soon be sealed. The connection will not last.
Dominator! Can you hear my voice?
Sire! Is all well? I have been concerned for you.
My well-being is not important. Your report on the situation in Cliphoff.
Sire...
Did you not hear me? Your report on the situation in Cliphoff.
Forgive me, sire. But I thought with the dimensions connected, you would soon be returning to Cliphoff. The situation in Cliphoff is dire. Most of the key areas of the planet have been destroyed by the Colossi. The Legion of Darkness you left behind has been wiped out. The Order of Truth, including your humble servant, still resists. But time is running out.
Dominator! I have finally raised a legion that wields the power of the ancestors. Our analysis of the Colossi and our void research have provided more than sufficient means to save.
Sire, it appears there are not enough remaining Ironhearts. The dimensional gap is growing.
Dominator! If I strike the weakest point of the dimensional boundary on this planet, I can still reach Cliphoff with the remaining Ironhearts. Do not give up!
Sire, with all due respect, it is time to face reality. Such actions will only lead to the destruction of both worlds, and you will not stop the Colossi. Please, let go of Cliphoff. Join forces with the descendants of the ancestors for the great cause. You know that the enemy of all life is approaching from beyond the void.
Enough! I will hear no more of this. I will not give up on Klipov.
Sire, the dimensional gap is closing. Please, accept the truth.
Dominator! Dominator!
Corel.
Hope for the great cause, from the Descendants, from the enemies of my home. Kliphoth and vengeance. I refuse to give up on either. My first Descendant. Awaken those like you, and prepare to march. I will use every means necessary to restore the Iron Heart.
Corral. Descendant. I suggest we break the RK synchronization immediately. Dia's subconscious is building a defense mechanism. As soon as you leave this memory, I will terminate the synchronization. Hurry.
Okay, let's hear it. Hey, Descendant. I heard you extracted a ton of military intel from Dia's mind. RK sure is useful. Wish I was a Descendant. Just a quick hop onto the teleportation pad and whoosh, you're there. If we had RK, we wouldn't need to take a transport just to repair one generator. Right, so, the generator. Well, after Operation Sigma Sector, we kept the wide-range Sieve radar running non-stop. Generator was already in rough shape, and that finally did it in. Anyway, at least Alpha's happy he can inspect the front lines and attend meetings in person now. If only he knew how I felt. Although, he did say that, but I think he actually came along because he's worried about Nell. Nell hasn't been herself lately. She looks troubled, and she barely speaks during meetings. Looks like it's almost time for the meeting. I better hurry. Oh, and if Nell seems really down, just give Enzo a wink. You don't need to know what it means. It's our little secret. Just do it for me, all right?
Alpha, Dia's memories have generated ideas for future operations. Or, to be more accurate, ideas for the direction of our future responses rather than the operations themselves. Especially how we respond to the restoration of the Iron Heart. Those parts of Dia's memories are very concerning.
Restoring the Iron Heart is likely why Corel awakened the Oblivions. Corel has assembled this formidable army to try and save Kliphoth. As for how and when Corel will try to restore the Iron Heart, we've learned a lot about Corel and the Vulgus, but there are still many aspects that are unclear.
Let's focus on what we can do right now. Corell said that 2 Iron Hearts will be enough to bridge the 2 worlds. He will strike where the dimensional boundary is weakest on this planet. And we know where that location is.
The Axian Plains. The Vulgus have been targeting the area for some time now. They've even created a dedicated army for that purpose. If they can't restore the Ironheart, it seems they intend to utilize the very worst capabilities of that zone.
It'll be like stirring up a hornet's nest. They'll incite the Colossi and maybe even cause a dimensional breach. But we are reaching breaking point. Now that we know Corell's plan, there's only one option left for us. Whatever he means to do, we can't let him have his way.
Assuming Daya's memories are not distorted, it seems that Corell has nowhere left to retreat to. This is where he will make his final stand. It's possible that this could be Ingris's final war.
I suggest we recommence operations to occupy the Axian Plains. The Void Storm is ongoing, but securing this zone will make the rest of our responses easier. We need to reduce as many variables as possible before the final confrontation.
Thank you for that, Enzo. To navigate the Void Storm, I propose we use tactical transports. Operation Sigma Sector has improved our shielding technology. It should be enough to allow us to access the Axian Plains.
All right. I'll have Harris report in when I get back to Albion. That must be why she's been so busy. Refueling will take a while. Why don't you take a break before we take off?
Yes, sir. I will review the operation details while I wait.
Nell, what's wrong?
I'm all right. I'm just tired.
I'm not surprised. Both of you, go get some fresh air and stretch your legs.
Do you need something?
No, it's not really that important, but,
But what?
well, if it's okay, would you like to go for a walk?
Oh, good! I need to go grab some herbs. You're coming too. Right, Captain?
Blair, take the hint if you don't want to die.
Oh, you guys go ahead. I've got a cramp in my leg.
Let's go. Not too far, though.
Oh, okay.
Ugh, seriously, what is wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Do you get it now?
Nell, you seem to be going through a lot lately. I wonder if there's anything I can do to cheer you up?
Enzo, do you remember the 26th Mobile Infantry?
Oh, of course. I supplied them with munitions many times. They were really brave soldiers. Huh. I wonder where they're fighting now.
They were all killed in action.
Oh.
During the mission I was overseeing.
Nell.
While en route to Hagios, the main force was threatened. I had the choice to save them if I used the 26th Mobile Infantry as bait. So I sent them to their deaths, believing it was a sacrifice of the few to save the many.
Nell, it wasn't your fault. Think of how many lives you saved. I would have given the same order.
Enzo, if you were one of those few, would you still have wanted me to do it? Tell me what I should have done.
In situations like that, you do what has to be done, Nell. I believe in you.
All right. Enzo Stallone.
Nell, what happened? What did Enzo say? Did he ask you anything?
We talked about the operation.
Oh.
We're in the middle of a war. That's all we should talk about. Alpha. When you've needed to sacrifice a few for the many, how did you make that choice?
I used to make decisions rationally, just like the previous Alpha did. But it's different now. I want us to survive together, or if it comes to it, die together. Damn, I must be getting sentimental in my old age.
The two of you make it so complicated. You want me to tell him? I'll lock you both in a room where you can't leave until you kiss each other.
Super 6-1 is unresponsive. I repeat, Super 6-1 is unresponsive.
Transport, respond!
This is Super 6-1 requesting assistance. We're
Alpha,
descending
Harris,
fast toward the
respond!
Axiom planes. I repeat, we're descending toward the Axiom planes.
No!
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
Everyone, if you can hear me, please respond. Everybody, give me an injury report. Everybody, gather around here.
Don't be sorry.
He's ready. It's treatable, Jane.
Look at that. James is going to see it already.
The extremely high concentration of the body can see him regenerating. James, tell me if you feel any discomfort.
I feel a little nauseous and strange. It's like my muscles are moving by themselves. The pain is going away, though. Really? Marie, give me a dose of that Mercium too. Very well, I'm sorry to become unbearable.
Alright, Edwin. I can also feel your broken ribs stepping into your lungs. I'm gonna give you an even smaller dose than James. Here, let me see your shoulder.
Oh. I'm glad the captain is alright. At least our captain is unbreakable.
Eddie, that's not funny. You know how worried I am.
I just want to help you relax, Captain. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have known what to do with ourselves.
That's right. And what's important is that we have one less wounded. You can relax, Ted.
Great job, Descendant. We're analyzing the records you uploaded to your receive channel. The results should be available soon, so you'll be able to head out right away. Right on time. We've just completed analysis. The results aren't bad, but they aren't great either. Starting with the results of the detailed analysis, it's been confirmed that all of these records were modified with a specific decryption system developed by Albion headquarters, all with different IDs too. Which means, as we suspected, Aisha's squad did make it to VV-072.
The problem is the next part. We've analyzed the records we believe to have been left by Aisha's squad. I just can't make sense of them.
It's like Keelan said. The more I examine the records, the creepier it gets, the harder it is to understand. It's like a diary of someone suffering from nightmares. It's that erratic. I'm going to request that Data Intelligence do secondary analysis on it. A more detailed analysis might reveal repetitions, or anything that could help us understand what happened. This doesn't seem to be just about Aisha, but about her entire squad. So I hope we can find some clues.
We'll take care of this. You get to HQ and brief them. Before you do, you can upload this data to Ajax's receive channel. I bet he's been waiting for it.
Whoa, Keelan! You finally learned some social skills. I'm lost for words. You're going to respond to my messages right away from now on, right?
I've always answered you immediately. With silence.
I tried to hide that I've been waiting for this, but I guess I failed. Thank you for looking out for me.
I didn't do it for your gratitude. And I'd appreciate if next time you don't bring your personal issues into an operation.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You were doing so well. Just say something nice.
Now what do you want? Go on, I'm waiting.
Descendant, I apologize for rushing you here like this. While conducting the secondary analysis requested by Hound, I discovered something new. The Vulgus weren't just after information about the Ironhearts, they were also looking for something else entirely. It was what you and Keelan discovered during your first foray, the unidentified life form. The Vulgus were looking for research data on that life form, as well as anything else related to the Ironhearts. Data that could reveal the location of the Ironhearts should be reason enough to go to VV-072. But for them to also look for data on that life form means it must represent a great strategic benefit to them. The Ironhearts and the R&D on an unidentified life form. The link between them is the Ancestors. Now that we know for certain that VV-072 is not a Vulgus ship, the only other beings capable of building a vessel of that size were the Ancestors. The problem is that we have been unable to figure out why the Ancestors left Ingress after quantum encrypting geographical data on Ingress, and why they researched the creation of the unidentified life form on that vessel. It feels like I'm sinking deeper into the void abyss myself the more I investigate this. I wish I could find a clear answer. For now, Command will work with the Magisters to hypothesize the most likely explanation. I'll get back to you when we have something meaningful to report.
Descendant, I believe I have a way to unravel this mystery.
Hello, Descendant. What? Descendant! I've been waiting for you. Wait, you're expecting a lecture? Well, it shouldn't be that long. But there is something I need to tell you. While analyzing the genetic map of our furry friend, I came across an interesting feature. The proteins that make up some of the genes have specialized binding structures that make it easier for them to bind to certain substances. Specifically, they have very fine structures that react to peptide chains. Is this explanation too complex? Long story short, there are special substances that react to these creatures. I've been reading the Void Vessel exploration reports, and I've seen some potential candidates that could be the substances I mentioned. If I'm right, they could react with the genes of the fellows to enhance a number of their physical abilities. Don't worry, there's almost no chance of things going wrong.
Descendant. Like HQ, I also believe that VV-072 is an ancestor ship. Most of the technology present on VV-072 is a match for that of the ancestors. Many of the technological marvels created by the ancestors are based on the same algorithm as I am. Therefore, it should be possible to use my code to access the ship's internal operating systems. And I know Eckert has developed an algorithm that minimizes interference from void energy. This is a new form of analytical code that merges Eckert's algorithm with my decryption code. Uploading this code to the ship's systems should enable you to find the data hidden by the ancestors. The ancestors' data is likely to be quantum encrypted, and it will take some time to decrypt it. But if you are patient, you will acquire a vast amount of data. If I had any records relating to the ship, I could have hastened the process. But for some reason, there is no information on the Void Abyss, Void Vessels, or VV-072 in my records. I am perplexed by this, but it is not too late if we hurry. We can still stop the Vulgus and overcome the increasing information gap.
Launching void vessel exploration operation.
No chance!
Descendant. Descendant, VV-072, was a scientific research vessel constructed by the ancestors. The ship was named the Bastion of Eternity. I do not know how this ship ended up adrift in the void abyss, but we can only assume that the ancestors possessed interstellar navigation technology. There was something else that required urgent analysis. The core objective of the ancestors' research on the Bastion of Eternity. This was presumably a way to create the Colossi. The fellow you and Keelan found was not the end goal of the ancestors. The fellow is merely a byproduct of their work on the technology to construct the Colossi. According to the research,